Hi Leo, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is your collective love reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check out your other placements where you're likely to find a message in there. Now, you'll find all of the other placements within the playlist, so feel free to check those out whenever you're ready. Now, as always, this is a timeless reading. So whenever it falls into your feed, it's likely to be whenever it is relevant for yourself. Today is the 29th of November, 2024, if you want to know the date of the recording. So let's get into this. Now, it could be related to a past, present, or a future person. It's whatever message Spirit wants to bring out. So Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Leo with regards to the love situation you want to bring up for them? No, I'm going to leave that one that way. Okay. So the overall energy that we have is the Hierophant in reverse. Now, the Hierophant generally symbolises a few things within love relationships. Now, this could be an end or a breakup of a long-term relationship. It could be that you've decided you don't want a traditional relationship. It could be that you're just discarding traditions in general, or the norm. So it could be anything from, how do I put it? Maybe you want something like an open relationship, a polygamous one, all those other fancy things. Maybe you don't want a relationship. Maybe if you're divorcing, or if you've divorced, you're considering going back to that person, because that's not the normal, is it? That's the whole point of divorce, because you don't think that you can reconcile, that sort of thing. So very much suggesting that you're looking at breaking the norm with regards to how you're looking at higher levels of commitment. Now, this could also just be that you don't have faith in something. It could be that you're lacking faith in the universe, you're lacking faith in yourself, you're lacking faith that things are going to work out for you. So it could be one or the other. It could be both. When it's in the reverse, it's definitely a lacking of faith or higher levels of commitment, or not wanting them, not being in one at the moment. Now, in your particular energy, that's Taurus energy, by the way, just in case you've got a Taurus that you're dealing with. In your particular energy, or in your space, we have an Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is telling me that you are trying to work really hard to build your stability. If you are looking at a particular relationship, or if you're in one, you are working really, really hard at that relationship. You could be working really hard at something else in general, or trying to get into a relationship, or if you could be putting in a lot of work and effort with a particular person. This is telling me that you've got a lot of skills. You're trying to use those skills. You're trying to build something. Let's get some clarification on that Eight of Pentacles. Now, that could be your person. The first two cards can be swapped around, but I'm going to say that one's you because it is in the space that is supposed to be you. But take whichever one resonates with you better. Okay. So, interesting. So the first card that came out, we have the Temperance. So you're very much trying to find a lot of balance. You're potentially very healed, or you've been doing some healing. The Temperance is having faith, which is weird when we have that Hierophant there. So potentially having faith that things will get better. Now, one thing I will say about this particular Temperance card, her emotions are spilled out, or the water is spilling out. Now, water generally represents emotions. So it could be that you are letting your emotions out, you're letting that cup overfill. It could be that your cup's empty because it's leaking. I can't actually tell, to be honest with you, because the cup doesn't look full. The water's just coming out the bottom. We do have the sun in the background as well. So whatever it is, whatever you're feeling, it suggests that you are feeling like you're going to be happy with it as well. Now, we have the Lover's card. It's a Gemini energy. This is suggesting to me that you've made a choice, or you're making a choice of who it is that you love. You're looking for a long-term, or potentially you're looking for a long-term commitment. The Lovers can generally symbolize a soulmate connection, somebody that you can see yourself spending a long time with. So it could be that you've recently come out of a relationship with somebody with that, but this is something showing me that you feel like your person, somebody that you want to spend a long time with. You feel like they balance you out. You feel like they're literally your yin to their yang. We have a Wheel of Fortune suggesting that you have potentially learnt a lesson as well. So the Wheel of Fortune, when it's in reverse, it means that you're on a particular, it's like a karmic cycle. So you keep repeating it until you've managed to learn the lesson. In the upright, you're on a good turn. So you're in a good position. You're getting good karma. You are very much, or you feel like your person is going to be your good karma. You feel like they give you a lucky cycle. You want to move forward towards them. The Wheel of Fortune is very much forward movement. It's forward momentum. It is suggesting to me that you want to move forward to this person. Now, it does suggest to me as well that if you've been in karmic cycles previously, that this is something that's going to be brand new and you're not going to be repeating the same old mistakes that you may have done from the past. We have a Moon card as well. Now, the Moon card is suggesting to me here that certain things are hidden. Maybe your feelings may be hidden from your particular person. It feels like you're in the dark and you don't necessarily know what's going to happen. It could be that you're scared of the future. You're scared of the unknown. You don't necessarily know whether or not your person is going to reciprocate if you're not with them. It could be that you are scared of making the same mistakes from the past or repeating the same cycle. But yeah, very much it's like a fear of the unknown, a fear of the future, potentially being in the dark. Maybe you don't know how your person feels and that's why you're in the dark. Now, your person, we've got a King of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Pentacles, so this is Pisces energy for the moon. And we've got Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy here with the King of Pentacles. So your person, the King of Pentacles is somebody who's very skilled. They are very analytical. They're very, very good at their job. Now, the King can be a feminine as well. Gender is fluid within tarot, so feel free to swap it round. They are just personality traits. The King of Pentacles is somebody that is very happy to be generous, will give, money, support, whatever is needed. In the reverse, though, he isn't usually very stable, so he tends to give out a lot, but doesn't keep it enough for himself. So he may not have any savings, he may be in a bit of debt. He gets the money in, the money's good at coming in, but keeping it in, that's a bit lacking. Generally, because a lot of the time he gives it out to other people. Now, it could be that you don't see your person, or your person doesn't feel stable. The King of Pentacles in the reverse isn't in a particularly stable position. Maybe they see you as being unstable. Let's get some clarification. Right, so we've got a Page of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Page of Wands is very much travel. It's a delay in travel. Maybe you're at a distance from each other, and they've not really come to see you. Maybe they can't come to see you because they don't have the money. Maybe you can't go and see them because you don't have the money, and that could potentially be why there's this unstable kind of energy behind that King of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Wands, when he's in the reverse, is also somebody that's not loyal. So either they're seeing you as this, or you're seeing them as, or they are this. It does suggest to me somebody that is not looking for anything more than a bit of fun. The page is not emotionally mature. It is just a page. It's very youthful, energetic energy. It's not something that is looking for any kind of, well, how do I put it? They're not mature. They're not necessarily looking for long term. They're very much just looking for a bit of fun, especially when it's in the reverse. They're very energetic. They're very enthusiastic, but they haven't made up a decision on what it is they actually want. Now, we also have a Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is suggesting to me that there is a bit of competition going on. Now, if you have a look at this particular Seven of Wands, you've got a man, she's jumping into the arms, and then you've got a man there holding onto a suitcase. So it does very much suggest that there could be other people around. There could be potential competition from others. It is also conflict from unseen enemies for the Seven of Wands. So there could be, or unknown enemies, there could be people could be people spreading gossip, spreading rumours, and not knowing where that's coming from. It could also be that they are potentially doing a lot of internal competition. Maybe they feel like they're in competition, but they're not. And we have a Devil card in the reverse as well. I mean, they could be feeling like you're putting them into some sort of competition or drama. Or they feel like you are drama. Just putting that out there. We have a Devil in reverse. So the Devil in reverse is generally somebody that's breaking free from some sort of addictions, some toxic behaviors, anything negative that's impacted them. So this Capricorn energy, that page is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. So they possibly see you as somebody that just wants having a bit of fun, with that being your particular energy. Might not be, like I say, that could just be a person. With this Devil card, it is suggesting to me that the person is breaking free from some sort of toxicity. They're ending negative things within their life. It could be that they see you giving up certain negative behaviors, negative traits. So if you had any kind of addictions previously, any negative kind of behaviors, they are seeing that you are coming out of them. Like I say, it could very well be that they are doing their own repair work as well. Now, how you're seeing this relationship, we have a Ten of Wands. So it does look as though you were quite burdened at one point, and you're ready to put down the burden. You're ready to share the load and release that burden. Let's get some clarification on that Ten of Wands. So we have a Five of Pentacles that's come out to the side. Now, I always say that the Five of Pentacles, well, I don't always say it, but the Five of Pentacles in the upright, it's somebody that feels abandoned, feels a lack of. In the reverse, they've found some help. They're getting the help that they need. To me, the Five of Pentacles is somebody that's put themselves in a position of lack. And the reason why I say that is because usually on most of the Five of Pentacles cards, you have two people that are very much in poverty. And they're standing outside of a church. And you've got a priest standing at the door. But they don't go into the church. They just hover outside of the church. So instead of going in and getting the help that they need, they refuse to get the help because they feel like they're not worthy of the help. So this to me suggests that you're either feeling abandoned, but you're not sure. You don't know whether or not you're abandoned or whether they're still around. You don't know whether you've got help from them or whether they've not. It's very much a feeling of you don't know. Now, it could also be that in the upright, it's lacking finances. So it could very well be that you feel like this particular relationship, you don't know if it's going to be something stable because of a lack of finances. You don't know. And it could be very much that you've got help or you've getting help to work towards it, but not everything is there. So you might not be able to get much help towards finances if it's nothing to do with you. So that's why I feel like that's coming out to the side, purely because it's very much of a somebody could get help, but they're not sure about it. They're not getting all of the help that they need. They're still feeling like certain things they don't need help with, and that could be why you're ready to, bring down this burden. Now, we do have a 10 of Pentacles, so you've definitely seen stability here, so it can't be anything to do with finances, because you see this as being stable. You see this as being long-term stable. You see it as very much being something that would be happy, family, having that legacy, having that, something to leave to your kids, having blended families and things like that. Very much something stable and long-term. But then we have a 4 of Wands, which is also suggesting that it's not stable and it's not long-term, and that you're in it's unhappy at the moment. So unless there's two things going on, or one of you is seeing it one way and the other one of you is seeing it the other way, and that could be why this has come out to the side as well, because one of you is representing it in the upright and one of you could be representing it in the reverse. And it could very well be that one of you sees it this way and one of you sees it this way. You have got a lot of 10s out. We've got a 10 of Wands, a 10 of Pentacles, and the Wheel, which is a 10. If you're seeing reoccurring numbers or any other signs or synchronicities, it's worth checking them out. It usually means you're on the right track or on the right path, and Spirit has just got a little bit of a nudge to keep you on that right path. You've got a 6 here as well and a 6 here. It's definitely worth looking up to see what messages your angels and spirit guides have got for you to keep you on the right track. But yeah, definitely suggesting to me that it's really odd. It could be that you've got two people. One you're divorcing, one you see as stable. Or you can't decide whether, I say divorcing, ending a relationship with. Maybe that's what this Hierophant is. Maybe you've got a choice between the two. I don't think it is, though. It's very odd. Unless it's that you see it as long-term stable. You feel like you could have this, but this is what it currently is. I think this is the two of you, though. To be honest, it could be that the stability part of this isn't necessarily relevant. It could just be that you're unhappy at the moment. Maybe you see the stability, but you're not in a particularly happy space. Maybe the relationship has fallen out. Now, your challenge, we've got a 6 of Pentacles. Now, that's come out to the side. Now, the 6 of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving. and it's about striking a balance. In the upright, it can be very much somebody overgiving and or not receiving enough. In the reverse, it's like the universe is ready to give back. It's saying, open up, it's time to receive. To the side, it's very much somebody still needs to do a bit of giving. Somebody needs to do a bit of receiving. It's very much suggesting that there is a need. The challenge is to have equal give and take. Let's get some clarification on this Six of Pentacles. It's very much suggesting to me that it can't be all give and it can't be all take. There's got to be a balance. Okay, so the clarifying cards all came out to the side. We've got a Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is very much wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, happy times, happy energy. When it's in the upright. When it's in the reverse, it's still wish fulfillment, but it hasn't yet come to fruition. Not wish fulfillment. Well, it is wish fulfillment, but it's emotional fulfillment. But the emotional fulfillment it isn't emotions that somebody gives to you. It's emotional fulfillment within yourself. So independent emotional fulfillment. Coming out to the side, it suggests to me that somebody is struggling with making themselves happy, giving themselves that emotional fulfillment. So it's very much when you're in a partnership, to expect somebody to make you happy is extremely, how do I put it? It's very selfish, because it doesn't matter what they do. If you're not happy within yourself and you're not emotionally fulfilled within yourself, whatever they do is never going to make you happy. Now, this suggests to me that somebody is learning that. Somebody is learning that they need to make themselves emotionally fulfilled. They're not quite there yet. And it does suggest that them realising that is going to be a bit of a challenge. Now, we also have the Eight of Cups. Again, that came out to the side. So it looks to me like there's a bit of a decision that needs to be made. When the Eight of Cups is in the upright, it's somebody walking away from something, going towards something that is more satisfactory. It's very much leaving things that are unfulfilling behind. In the reverse, it is returning. So once you've potentially realised that, or it's very much suggesting that somebody may be changing their mind and realising that actually what they thought would be more emotionally fulfilling isn't. It's very much somebody returning. It can also be somebody that is deciding to settle for something. So feeling like, what they've currently got is the best that they're going to get, and they're settling for it. So if it's something where a relationship has ended and they've moved on, it could very well be that they're taking a U-turn and coming back. It could be that if you're together, and you feel like, it's not very satisfactory, they might be, staying in it. Now, to me, you look like you want this. You look like this is something that you really want. It looks like something you're really happy with. So it doesn't suggest to me that you're the person that's stuck, but you could be backtracking if this is you. But it's suggesting to me that the challenge is that the decision's not been made yet. So a decision on whether or not to go back towards something, if it was emotionally fulfilling, hasn't been made. Or a decision to stay in something that isn't satisfactory, that decision hasn't been made. So if you're separated, if this is a person you're separated from and you're currently unsatisfied being on your own or in a particular another relationship that you may have started afterwards, it's suggesting you don't know whether you want to stay in that or move away from it, or and go back. If it's something where you're in this relationship with someone, it's suggesting that you don't know whether to stay in it. You might not be satisfied, which I don't think that's the case. Your person, on the other hand, could see it as unsatisfactory, and they could be deciding whether to stay with you or whether to move on. And I think it all balances down to this balance. So the equal give and take will obviously work out whether or not, or he's going to let somebody decide whether to stay. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, and again that's come out to the side. In the upright, it is suggesting a new abundant start to a cycle, something that's going to be stable, something that is going to be financially fulfilling, possibly emotionally fulfilling as well, depending on what you class as abundance. In the reverse, it's a missed opportunity, a missed potentially financial loss. Again, it's a decision that's not been made. And it's all down to this give and take energy. So whatever this give and take is, if it's balancing it out to be an equal give and take, it suggests to me that somebody will find emotional fulfillment when they balance out the equal give and take. They'll potentially make that decision on whether they want to stay or go because they've found out what emotionally fulfills them. And then they're going to have an abundant new start, whatever they decide. But it all comes down to this equal give and take. Now, if this challenge is navigated through, and that seems like quite a hefty challenge, I'm not going to lie, I pity all of you Leos that have to go through that. I really do. We have a Tower card as your outcome. Now, Towers are usually some sort of change. They can be a drastic ending to something. I'm not going to lie to you, but this one's in reversed. So it's not going to be a drastic ending. It's going to be a slow burning ending. Now, it could be an ending to a relationship. So if you are in a relationship, it could be that you're coming to an end of it. And that could be if equal give and take isn't done, you know, and whatever you decide from that. It could be just a change of a mindset. So when the Tower comes down, it gives you the opportunity to rebuild things. Now, it can be very much a changing of a mindset. It can be a changing of belief. And what you generally find with a Tower is that something that you believed previously, certain things that you thought were the way that you wanted them. So in a relationship, you know, when you're going into a relationship and you think it is the best thing and you think it's going to last forever, when you break up, you have a Tower moment because you're realising that it's not going to last forever, you know. That whole mindset has changed. And that's generally a Tower in the upright. That's a big Tower. In the reverse, it could be that it's a slow burning ending. Maybe it's a mutual one and you're taking time to separate things out. And you know, and it's quite pleasant to end. It's something where both of you needed that ending. Now, it could be something as simple as you may have made up your mind at some point about the way that you thought relationships were going to go. Possibly how you've got this Hierophant, feeling like you don't want a long-term relationship, you don't want commitment, you don't want a higher level of commitment. But then you realised, actually, you really, really like this person. You now want a higher level of commitment. So that mindset changes. Your Tower's coming down. But it might take a while because you might be taking it slow. It could be something as simple as you deciding that you're going to change religion. You know, it is very much a change of mind. Something that a core belief or a core value, something that you once believed that you've now changed your mind on. What you thought may have made you happy previously, you may be changing your mind on what you thought made you happy previously. You may have come to a realisation that, you know, the grass isn't greener where you thought it was, it's somewhere else. Where, you know, something that you thought you weren't happy with, something you thought wasn't going to be the case, you know, with this Eight of Cups. You may have gone on that journey, you know, to find something, do something on your own, try and find your way, and then you've realised, actually, I actually was happier where I was. You know, and that kind of, it's changing your mindset, and then you're rebuilding things from the foundation. But it's a slow burning change. It's going to be something that changes over time. It's not going to be something that happens immediately. Let's get some clarification on that. Now, it could be, you see how we've got this devil card as well in the reverse? It could be addictions that you're coming out of, that you're changing. And it could all be part of that. It could be negative mindsets and traits that you may have picked up over the years that have been burned deep within you that are changing. Now, it could be a person doing some changing too. Let's get clarification of that Tower card. So we have a King of Pentacles again. So that King of Pentacles keeps popping up. So Leo, no, not Leo. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. So you've still got the person, you know, the instability of that King of Pentacles there. But when I say instability, obviously it's not from lack of trying. They are very good. They're very good at bringing income in. It's just that they don't have a lot of money. We have a Nine of Wands. So somebody's being very guarded about something, trying not to get hurt. And then we have a Three of Swords. So this is to do with heartbreak. So this Tower to me is representing potentially a breakup. Somebody's heart's going to get broken potentially. Possibly whoever this King of Pentacles is. It could very well be that you're choosing a King of Pentacles, but they've got their guard up because their heart's been broken in the past. Possibly from some sort of third-party situation. If you have a look here, you've got the two different men that are arguing and battling over this woman. And she's heartbroken over the one that's basically been killed. So it could even represent that, you know, you could have been this person that's been killed in the past. You're now this person standing here. You could have changed yourself. She's still heartbroken over this person. She doesn't realise that you're the same person. It's just you've changed and you've kind of overcome whatever challenges you've been facing. Now, that's a big stretch, but it is a big possibility. But yeah, it does very much suggest that somebody's got their guard up. Now, it could even have children. On this particular Nine of Swords, which you don't see very often, there's a child standing behind a gate. So it could very well be, I say Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands. It could very well be that they've got their guard up because they're trying to protect their inner child. Maybe they've got abandonment issues. It could even be that there is a child involved and they're trying to protect that child's feelings as well and making sure that they don't get hurt. Right, let's get you some Romance Angel cards and we'll get you some Moonology ones as well to see what other messages Spirit's got for you. I apologise about the length of this read. It seems to have really took its time today. Can we get one more, please, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Definitely is, with that King of Pentacles in the reverse. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So this could very well be how they see you. Freeing yourself up from negative influences. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together and worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is also divine timing. Right, let's get you Moonology cards. See if we can give you some sort of timeline. So we've got the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Emotions are running high, supermoon. We've just had one of those. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Leo. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me and you haven't subscribed already, if you press that subscription button and if you press the notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Good luck with your amazing challenge there of balancing things out. I wish you every success. Yeah, good luck, and thank you very much for joining me.